Well, hi, it's Jay, and I'm here today with Leslie Laredo from the Academy of Digital Media, recently rebranded. Leslie, why don't you just tell us quickly about your background and about the Academy?
Oh, thank you. The Academy of Digital Media is a rebranded name for the Laredo Group. Many people know our business from there. We've been in business for 20 years, teaching media professionals about how to buy and sell digital media. So the rebranding for the Academy of Digital Media happened last year. So some people out there might know it's still Laredo Group. It's that company. We still run the Laredo Group as a consulting business, and the training business is now through the Academy. So my background is I've been involved with training media professionals for 20 years. We do a lot of work training people to pass the IB Digital Media Sales Certification exam. And also we work not just with sellers, we work with agencies and we work with marketers who need to understand the digital media transactions that happen, the value of digital media, and all the related topics about how to make campaigns work well and get high ROI on your media investments.
That's awesome. And I'm so excited Leslie's going to be a part of this because my world is often very Google and Facebook centric, and Leslie really covers some of the broader types of digital advertising. And you're going to talk about the what, why, and how, right? You want to expand on that a little bit?
Yes, we think that's actually the very important part of doing great digital media campaigns is getting the basics. The basics are what are the ad assets we have to work with, how do they work, and then why they work. So the what is important because the assets of digital media are changing dramatically every time we have a new social media platform is announced. New targeting of those platforms are announced. It changes the assets. The IAB recently actually just announced a major overhaul of the ad units out there, and they're going to delist many of the standard ad units we know and come up with a whole new slate of ad units. So understanding what the what is of digital advertising is important. Now, equally important is how it works, and it's important to know how ads are served because the serving of ads takes into account how we count ads and measure ads and a lot of the other issues around ad delivery in terms of viewability and ad fraud and other aspects. So understanding how things work is important. And then the why is why things work and understanding the metrics that we use. What are the right metrics? What are some of the challenges with the metrics we have? There's a whole data certainly changes the metrics. We'll talk a little bit about the data aspects of digital advertising as well. So the what, the how, and the why I think are the key ingredients to really understanding how digital media works.
Well, it's awesome, and it's like it is amazing how quickly it changes, and how, especially right now, it's like we're in this monstrous change.
Oh, it is. I will tell you that I spend a lot of time daily actually making sure that our course curriculums are up to date because of so much change. And we've actually had to expand our curriculum. So years ago, we could teach everything in 2 days. And now we have a 2-day course for fundamentals, a 2-day course for we call the essentials, which is for the intermediate. And we have advanced courses on topics like programmatic media and data. So it's becoming really diverse in terms of the knowledge base. We have to be generalists and specialists, and it just takes time to get all that information and to understand how to use it.
Can you expand a little bit on programmatic and data?
Yes, data it's really defining the currency. When I talk about the currency of advertising, it's the ad impression. And data redefines the currency. The more data we have and the more right type of data we have helps us define the currency to give its value. So with data, we can give value to the ad impression based on who saw the ad, the timing of it, the reaction to the ad, whether it was a click or other metrics, view-throughs, or the sequencing of the ad impressions. We call attribution. So we have data to know what ads we've intersected with, at what device, at what time, and know how that influenced the ultimate end goal of the advertiser to purchase or participation in the brand. So data is giving us a whole new level of insights into the currency of digital advertising. Makes it a lot easier to understand. It also highlights some of the frustrations, the things I mentioned earlier. With data now, we can see how many ads are actually viewable. We can see how many ads are served to humans versus invalid traffic or bots. So the data, having the data helps, as well as it raises concerns for a lot of marketers, because now they get to see and understand what's causing their campaigns to work as well, or maybe not work as well.
You basically have to be a Mensa member to do this stuff now, right? It's pretty sophisticated.
And marketers now have lots of data choices. They have their own first-party data. They can share data with other companies. They put the second-party data, and then there's the majority data out there's the third-party data, and there's all sorts of considerations around the third-party data, knowing which the source of the data, the recency of the data collection, how it was collected, how it's used with other data. So there's a lot about data. We could actually spend days just talking about the data aspects of digital advertising.
Well, this is awesome. It's definitely a critical part of our agenda in the Advanced Digital Marketing or ADM Live event, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks. One final thought: what's the number one reason that people should come to this event? Like, what do you think is important from their perspective?
Oh, wow. Well, as someone who's involved with raising the water for everybody in the industry, I think attending events like this and attending training events is so important. Things change so quickly. We have to be on top of the changes, the perspectives that are being given by the experts in the field, by the influencers. So I think this is an industry where you can never stop learning, and evolving as the industry evolves and hearing what other people, how they see it, to seeing the industry through different lenses almost is so important, because I think the world has moved from a work real hard to get a product out to how quickly can we do something, change it. I think that came about early on with Facebook. I think Mark Zuckerberg talked about the hack environment. Just figure out how to get something done quickly. Well, we're all reacting to that. So to see the changes, understand where things are going, and hear those perspectives, I think is immensely important for anybody in marketing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you November 12th and 13th. And again, thank you for participating. We look forward to seeing you at the event.
I look forward to being there and being back in Florida. Thank you.